Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we're going to do some animation and get our character to jump and fly across the stage and out. So we've done a lot of work to get to this point. We've created our bone tool to link to all the various parts of the body, and then we've changed the various settings to specific parts. So what have we been able to actually do? Well, with my selection tool, if I select the head, I can make it nod. And you can see these symbols here, so we can use these symbols without having to actually touch the animation at all. We've got this one, and then down here we should have our, well, let's just move this so we can do that, and we can point our toe, and we can do the same with the other. Okay, now what I'm going to do is this. I want my character to be ready to jump. So I'm going to spend a few minutes just getting him in that jumping pose, and I want them looking up. We are going to reduce the size. So I'm going to lasso with the free transform tool. I'm going to shrink it with the shift button held down, and I'm going to move this character to here. Right, now the next thing is I want to create 60 frames. So I'm going to select the 60th frame, right click, insert frame, and you will see that a motion tween is corrected. Okay, so I'm going to move my timeline to frame 10, and what I want to do, I'm going to go select the frame 10 and right click, insert pose. What I would like to do is I want to lift my fellow off the floor, so let's move him to here. And then I may well need to go and double in. What I want to do is I want to stretch him out. So we're going to use the selection tool, and I'm really looking for my little symbols here. So I really want to try and stay away from actually touching anything in here, and that's why we did that. So we're going to stretch him out, and we're going to move these arms up a little bit more. Okay, so often small movements is best. So we're going to come back and go to frame 100, and let's just see what that looks like. So he's there and he's jumped. Okay, on to frame 25, say, and I'm going to select frame 25. I'm going to right click and I'm going to insert pose. So now I want him to be around about here, starting to stretch out. So I'm going to go with my free transform. I'm going to lift, and I'm going to rotate about here. Okay, so we'll go to that point. So let's have a look at this. So we're going to go there. Okay. Now, again, I want him to be stretching. So we'll go to frame 200. And I'm looking for my selection tool, and I really want to use these symbols here, and I'm going to start getting him to point his toes. I want the head to look up, and I want the arms to really start to stretch. Okay, so back to fit in window, and here we are. We're going to jump and we're flying. Now on to frame 40, and this is where he is in full flight. So select, right select, insert pose. Get my free transform, and I'm going to move him along to here, and I want him to be fully horizontal about here. So let's have a look what that looks like. So there we go. And what I would like, again, I'm going to go to 200 and see what else we can do. So now what I want with my selection tool, I want him to be enjoying his flight, and so that's going to mean working on the feet. So I'll have him here. I'm going to move this here. I'm going to move the head down and see if I can stretch even more. So I'll have him fully stretched. Okay, so we've gone from that to this. Okay, so again, always checking to see how it looks. Let's go and play again. May need to collapse that, and play. Alright, so now I want to get to frame 50. Select that frame 50, right click, insert pose, and I'm going to have him almost off here. Again, I'm going to go to 200. I'm going to make sure I've got my selection tool, and I'm really looking to get to these buttons here, and I'm going to have him straightening his leg again. I'm going to have him up here with this, and that will be good. And then finally, I'm going to go all the way to the end, and I'm going to select the final frame, insert pose, and this one's an easy one. I'm just going to take him all the way off the stage there. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Fit in window, and let's make sure we can see everything. And what I'm going to do, press play, and he's away. Okay, now we can have a close look at that. Going to control and test movie in animate. And there you go, stretching out, moving his arms, and I'm sure you could do lots more. So you can follow my idea of being able for this character to jump and fly. You might want to do something completely different. You might want him running across or trying to do a roll. You decide what you want to do, and I look forward to seeing your work. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in a future lesson. Bye bye.